What's up, ladies and gents? This is KSigKid coming at you with another Destiny video. Today we've got a pretty cool video in store. We're going to talk about the Archon's Forge, we're going to show some Archon's Forge gameplay, we're going to talk about some of the changes, and of course, the big daddy of them all, we're going to show you what was easily my best drop that I got from the Archon's Forge. An absolutely god-tiered rolled weapon, and I think from the screen you can tell exactly what it was. But we'll get to that in just a little bit. So the Archon's Forge, let's touch on it just a little bit. What in the world is this thing? By now you've probably been in there, by now you've probably been in this room and seen it 100% empty, because there's definitely a problem with the Archon's Forge in Destiny right now. There are definite game design problems with it, and the sad thing is, this is actually pretty fun. This is actually a pretty fun, just mindless activity, and I believe that's exactly what Bungie was going for. This is an activity that you can pretty much just turn your brain off and shoot mobs and shoot ads and run around with your friends, well, only 2 other friends, and some randoms. And that's cool and all, except for the fact that most of the time, this place is completely empty. And that's because, well, one, you get these offerings, these Siva offerings, and you can only hold 1 at a time. Now, I can't tell you how many different places and how many different videos I've seen people talking about how silly and crazy of an idea this is. And they are 100% right. Why you can only hold 1. And there are 3 different levels. There's green, blue, and purple. So you've got the fused, enhanced, and perfected, but you can only hold 1 period. So if you happen to have a purple perfected one, and you're in the Archon's Forge with maybe 2 random blueberries who are low light level, you're not going to pop it because you would just absolutely waste it. And then what? Then you run their 2 green bounties that they might have, and be done with it, and then leave 10 minutes in the Archon's Forge and boom, you're done. It's a ghost town again. Yeah, it's not fun. But Bungie is at least making some steps towards changing that. They're at least making some steps. So if you didn't happen to see the hotfix patch notes today, we've got some changes to the Archon's Forge. But first things first, holy crap, the Omnigul farm is dead. So last week I was telling you guys, I was saying go into Omnigul, you can farm up to get up to 365 light. That is officially dead. You will no longer be able to farm Omnigul. Period. Period. Not only for light, but just period. Ever again. No more Grasp of Malak farming. Though, not like you could do it anymore. But you just can't farm for it anymore, because whenever you kill her before the final battle, she's not going to drop anything. She's only going to drop rewards once at the end. That's it. So that is 100% dead. Bungie absolutely killed it. So hopefully, if you were really looking to get your light level up, hopefully you took advantage of it while it was available. Omnigul farming has been around for ages in Destiny, and it is 100% dead now. D-E-A-D. But the other changes are actually good ones. So, we talked about the Siva offerings and how it's really difficult to find them, and how you can only hold on to 1. Well, if you happen to do a quarantine patrol out on the Plaguelands, you will get a guaranteed Siva offering whenever you kill the final Splicer priest. So that's good, at least you know exactly where you can go to go ahead and get one, but that's not exactly going to solve the problem, because if you're in here and you're running, and you've got a group of people already, and you run out of offerings, who wants to go and leave the Plaguelands, and then rejoin this arena, and hopefully get matchmade again? Not me. That's the problem. If I'm in here, I want to run in here, and I want to constantly do this over and over and over again, because that's been one of the problems. Anytime I've been in here and had any successful runs, I just have never wanted to go ahead and leave and go back to the tower or decrypt any of these engrams, because I was afraid I was never going to find another group running around in here ever again. It's that bad. I know that's a really silly thing to think about, but it's kind of true at the same time. It is extremely difficult running and finding groups of people that are going to run in here over and over and over again. So if you get lucky and you happen to pick up an offering in here, just use it, stay in here, do as much as you possibly can, because who knows when you're going to find it not being a ghost town. But Bungie might, hopefully, possibly be able to fix that a little bit here. They said there are other changes that they're going to increase the chance for Siva offering drops after completion of the Archon's Forge. So we're going to have to wait and see. Honestly, until we actually see this in action, I haven't got a chance to jump in and play it at all today after the patch. Until we see it in action, we won't know if it actually helps. But that's a good thing, because we want people to be getting these offerings when we're already in the Forge. That's key. The key to playing the Forge over and over and over again isn't to leave and go out to the Plaguelands and do a patrol. It's to keep people in the Forge and let people grind over and over and over again. I mean, that's kind of the thing with the Court of Orcs. I had so many runes that when I'm trying to rank up to get some artifact turn-ins for Eris, which she won't ever give me, but I'm able to go into the Court of Orcs and do it over and over and over and over again because I have so many runes. But you can only hold one of these. But here we go. Now we're getting to the crux of the video. You know, we talked about the Archon's Forge. Hopefully these changes are for the better. And why? Because you can actually get loot from this. So I've got a bunch of class items that are highlight class items. That's really nice. On the rare side of things, though, are some of these weapons and armor pieces, of which I have only ever gotten this, but not forgotten sniper rifle. Now, we used to think that we were going to be getting these weapons from the Iron Banner. I guess not. I guess they're going to be coming from the Archon's Forge. So let's take a look at this thing. It looks sick. I really like the design. I thought it was a little bit of a weird design for Iron Banner weapons, but my drop and my roll is absolutely god tier. You can't get much more perfect than this. So we've got just barrels. We don't actually have scopes on this weapon. I've got perfect balance and hammer forged. I think you might as well go for hammer forged for that little bit of extra aim assist, however minute that might be. In the middle column, I got snapshot. So I could have snapshot. In this top column, I could have quick draw, but I didn't get it. I got speed reload. So we'll go with snapshot. And then, of course, hidden hand and grenadier. So, of course, we're going hidden hand. The only way this thing could be better is if I got triple tap down here instead of grenadier. Then I could use this thing in PvP and PvE and not have to worry about it at all. As it stands, though, this gun is just about as perfect as it can get for a sniper rifle. When you fire it, it sounds amazing. The scope is pretty decent, it's not that bad. It's got a little bit more zoom than you might be used to, but it's still pretty cool, and I think once you use it enough, you'll just become familiar with it anyway. But it feels pretty good, it sounds really cool, and I think there's a lot to be said for things like that, because that can really make you just feel one with the gun. It sounds cheesy, but it's kind of true at the same time. So as far as this gun in general, it's pretty much a mix of the longbow and the LDR. It's got the same type of impact. The aim assist is basically right in between them. It's got one more aim assist than the LDR and one less aim assist than the longbow. So it's a really solid sniper rifle in general. You really can't go wrong by using that thing. If you get lucky and get a roll like I did, you're gonna be rolling with it because it's pretty sick and it's pretty amazing. So I want to know if you got the But Not Forgotten or any of the other weapons or armor pieces, because I got a lot of the class items. This is the only weapon or armor piece that I got. Who knows, maybe now we'll be able to run into the Archon's Forge and do it a little bit more, and maybe we'll all be getting more of these weapons and armor pieces. Who knows? But I'm pretty happy with my But Not Forgotten already. I might not be much of a sniper, but I'm really glad to have them. I'm really glad to have good sniper rifles, and this one is definitely amazing. Anyway, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, smack that like button, and subscribe to the channel. Check out these awesome videos. Good luck with your raids, your drops, your Archon's Forge, and I'll see you around in Destiny. You're not forgotten to me.